Howdy! The following presentation you're about to watch is part 3 of a 4-part vlog of my trip at Sakura-con 2022. Part 3 consists of footage of the events that took place during day 2 of Sakura-con 2022. Now, due to the length of this presentation, there will be chapter timestamps for your convenience. There's also a couple long sections throughout this presentation, such as the Talking Bebop panel with Steve Bloom and Wendy Lee, and another game of cosplay chess. Now, because of those two long sections, I have provided an alternative cut of part 3 of this vlog, which is another panelless cut of this entire vlog. If you wish to bypass those sections within one video, there is that alternative version you could watch. With that said, enjoy the vlog. It is now day 2 of Sakura-con, and this is going to be the busiest day of the weekend, that's for sure. It always has been and always will be. Like I said, typical Saturday at Sakura-con, very busy. The line you're seeing here is for Talking Bebop with Steve Bloom as well as Wendy Lee. And I hope to make it to this panel, but I'm starting to think I might not get a chance because of full capacity. And the app that would have notified me didn't even notify that the damn thing was an hour away.
$30 a drop. As much as you want. So, good morning, everybody.
Hello.
It is wonderful to be out in the meat world again. Thank you all for welcoming us back to Seattle. It's so great. It's so great to be with my sister, Wendy Lee. Oh my God. We never get to see each other anymore. We work in different circles and from remote locations, and so I'm just so happy to see you.
An ocean apart
Yeah,
between us
an
now.
ocean apart now,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
It's not a barrier anymore. It's a small world.
It's my first time here to Sakura-con, and it is so delightful to join you when you're resuming cons again.
So I'm guessing this is a Q&A. Do we have a microphone for the audience also?
That'd be great if we could get a mic and you could line
Somebody can
up.
run a mic or hold a mic for people to come up. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, maybe we should.
All right, everybody give Latoya a big round of applause for jumping. Thank you. All right, cool. Thank you for doing that. It makes it a lot easier and you don't have to scream and stuff. So, probably the best thing to do would be to line up in the center here and then just come up one at a time as she calls you.
And maybe we should just tell a little bit about how we came together on the show.
Yeah, while you guys are assembling yourselves there, we'll do that. So,
Great idea.
after you, my lady.
Thank you. Who's on our tech team? Is there someone on the tech team? Oh, they're coming.
Oh, got a mic.
So is there a line being formed now?
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.
There's some love to the tech team. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Okay, go on. Sorry.
Well, there was a period in time when a little show called Cowboy Bebop came along, and we were recruited to be in the cast. And I believe the 4 main characters, all of us, I think we've decided, were pre-cast by Kevin Seymour from Animes and Magnitude 8. Was the recording studio?
Zero Limit.
Zero Limit.
Productions.
Our dear friend Yutaka, who headed and the president of the company, gave us the honor of casting both Steve and I together several times in a number of different shows. But the first really large time, big show that we two were both cast in was the Bebop Experience.
Yeah.
And we had no idea how big the show was going to be, but we all agreed. It's so interesting because when we do our Bebop stops and we have all four of us, the main characters, together, I hear more of the history from each other's stories. And so we have decided unanimously that we all thought it was something very special, and we just hoped it would be seen. We didn't know where it would end up. Distribution was very foggy in those days. There was no Cartoon Network. Was there even internet availability?
I don't think so.
Yeah, for a very long time. So we just slipped into these roles, and I know when I saw Faye and she made her first snarky comment, I knew that was my girl.
Yeah.
That's just a brief overview of how we all came together.
And I was pretty sure in the very beginning that she was going to swipe my Wulong, so. Yeah, that's kind of the genesis of the show. And we honestly, like she was saying, we had no idea if anybody was ever even going to see the show. Things were coming out on VHS for you youngsters back then.
I remember VHS.
And it was really hard to find copies of things, and everything was super expensive. It's not like you kids have it today. It's so much easier. But I'm so glad that this show really has gotten a new breath of life, and I think it's because of the live action thing. It brought a lot more eyes on it. But after all these years, it's wonderful to see people discovering the show for the first time and loving it as much as we do. So thank you guys. And for those of you who haven't seen it yet, I'm very jealous of you. So, all right, so let's open up to your questions, because I know we don't have an unlimited amount of time here. We should do this.
Perfect.
All right.
Fire away.
Can I put this down in here? Because it's going to be hard to hear. Can you hear me right here? Better?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Out of, what's your guys' thoughts on the live action Cowboy Bebop?
Question about it yet?
No, I'm ready.
It was canceled.
You had a question about
I
it?
have.
Oh, you have? Okay. So I've been waiting for this. It's the first person who has brought up the live action series. And I just want to say it was the little show that I think could have gone on to be a much bigger show. I really felt like it was a beginning of a beautiful thing. I really was genuinely impressed and blown away with the universe and the look and the grit and the tone of the show. And they made all kinds of bold choices, and we may not have agreed with all of them, but they did. They made those choices, and they made it amazing. So I was enchanted. I completely enjoyed and relished the experience of every episode. I think it was quite good.
Yeah, just as a fan, I was excited to see anything Bebop again. It was really exciting to see that, and it was, for me personally, it was exciting to see what John Cho did with Spike, because he didn't try to mimic anything I did. He made his own choices there. Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay, they're asking if we can move the line over to that side so it doesn't block people's views. Sorry.
Why don't you just turn around and walk right around?
Yeah, stay in the same order.
Thanks,
But anyway, we actually made an event out of it at our house. We brought some friends over. Everybody was really excited about it, and we would watch a couple episodes at a time. And I, like Wendy was saying, I love the look, I love the feel, it felt right. The music was amazing, of course. I love that they put it in different places. I don't want to give any spoilers out, of course, but for those of you who haven't seen it. But I think it was worth watching, and I think it was worth making, and I think that they did a great job with it. So kudos to that entire team for doing it, and we're sad that it's not going on for a second season, because I was really hoping we'd get a cameo.
Steve was working on it.
I was working on it so hard. Oh man.
So great. Did any of our photos in it?
I know for sure that two of our photos, it was me and Bo.
On the fridge?
Bo and I were on the fridge.
I didn't see it, but that's what I was hearing.
Yeah, and I think they're probably somewhere else in the show, and nobody's told me yet, but Bo was mad because his picture was upside down.
So Steve had been negotiating cameos, any sort of, like, we really wanted a cantina scene, you know, we wanted to just be in the background or get a line or two would be bonus, but I think we kind of convinced the team we're like, please use us. So
Yeah.
we sent in a number of photographs that they were going to work into the show. I can't believe I'm saying this because it was under NDA for so long. And they were going to maybe make wanted posters of us. they
Yeah.
suggested. Yeah.
That's what they said they were gonna. Yeah. I guess it's okay to say that now.
I guess so. It's aired. So yeah.
I don't know. We offered to do anything. I would have been crawling across the floor drunk or something. I really wanted to be one of the old men, the three guys. You didn't do that, you idiot.
Yeah.
At that age, I could pull that off.
Yes, we did.
Thank
We
you very
worked on
much.
those feels like there was no tomorrow.
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Jenny.
Jenny.
So I love your guys' work on Cowboy Bebop. Like, it's one of my favorite anime of all time. It's like I love your other stuff too, like especially Steve Bloom as the great Tom from Toonami.
Yeah.
Oh, Tsunami on Adult Swim. We're on tonight. Watch it.
Yeah.
So my question
Yeah, Toonami was
is,
my fucking
I
childhood.
guess mainly centered towards Wendy Lee because so in the finale, which I'm not going to say all the spoils and stuff of the finale, just in case people have and I'm talking the original anime, not the live action, like the finale of the original anime. One thing that has kind of been on my mind is that we get closure for quite a few of the characters in Cowboy Bebop. Like Ed and Ein, they go off on their own across the ruins of Earth and stuff. And Spike, well, spoilers. But one thing that kind of made me a little dissatisfied is that we don't really get too much closure for Faye and Jet. And so I'm kind of wondering, like, what your guys' take on that is, like, what happened to Faye and Jet after, the ending of Cowboy Bebop. Because, I wanted to hear it from the, voice actors themselves of how they think their stories continue. Because we never really got that at the end of the anime.
Well, at the end of the series, the live action series, there's a sequence of Faye and Jet separating. And I wondered if it was almost an attempt to answer that question. It didn't seem like it was a final parting per se. It did suggest that they left amicably, but I always expected we would get into Faye's maturity, like where she would go in her 30s and 40s. I was really interested in exploring that, even though she was over 77 years old, technically.
Cryogenics, it's semantics.
But I was always interested in that open question. What would Faye make of her life experience later after she burned out from her rebel years or mellowed to some degree with her life experience? So I'm not sure, but it feels like the roots were laid deep and perhaps there would be an ongoing connection. I would hope. So I'm not going to fill in all the blanks on that. I'm not sure. What's your take?
I remember I was in the line and I was talking with a fellow fan, like in line, and we were talking about, would Faye and Jet work together or stuff, or would they separate? And the person I was talking to basically said there was so much emotional baggage from Spike's spoilers,
Yes.
that it'd be hard for them to stay together, so they would probably part ways. Like Faye would probably leave the Bebop and go on her own, probably doing her own, back what she was doing before, before she met the crew of the Bebop, of just kind of,
I feel like she would have taken those experiences and parlayed them into the next act for herself. But those are sort of open-ended questions that the series presents often.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, also, can I get a bang from both of you?
Bang.
Yeah.
Hi, yes, Hank Hill from Strickland Propane. I was just curious, when Jet made beef and bell peppers, did he use a propane flame?
Oh my God, does propane exist in space?
Well, it's clean burning and sustainable, so I hope so.
I'd eat it raw, dude. We just couldn't get any beef. on the bebop at all. And propane, I don't care. Have the dog lick it fast enough so it heated up. I love your show, by the way.
Thank you.
Dang it, Bobby.
Hi, so this is touching a little bit on things that Wendy talked about at her panel yesterday as well. You mentioned how it was really difficult to break into directing as a woman on Power Rangers, and then you mentioned that Cowboy Bebop was directed by Mary McGlynn. You directed Outlaw Star, Fushigi Yugi was being directed by Bridget Hoffman. Did you find it was easier to be accepted into directorial roles in anime? Was that community more open to female directors, or was it a struggle there as well?
You know, it's really interesting. That was the moment when it did feel like it opened up, at least for anime female directors. There just hadn't been a lot of women on the scene, except initially when I started at Intersound in Hollywood, the house that was doing so many international dubs. They were doing a lot of Indonesian films, lots of stuff that was difficult to voice and watch. A lot of violence, a lot of non-consensual stuff going on. But, you know, a girl's got to start somewhere. They brought in a lot of content, and that whole division was headed by a woman called Bird. I forgot her last name, but this amazing woman, powerhouse. And then I didn't encounter that again for a couple decades, to be honest, until we kind of kicked the doors open at that moment when we had those 4 shows running by women. And also Leah Sargent was directing quite a bit. So yeah, and really that comes from Kevin Seymour, and like I always say, his love of women and punk female bands. I mean, he just loved, he loved and appreciated women in rock and roll so much, and I think he was bridging some of that and bringing that into anime. And then years later, when I got into more original animation and prelay, almost all of the fantastic directors are female, at least in Hollywood in the animation proper scene, so with American animation. So the two worlds are kind of coming together in a way, and I think we're seeing a huge growth spurt in our industry for equality in general. I think we're branching out in many directions and embracing diversity and non-binary characters and ethnicities in a way that we haven't in the past. And over the last couple years through remote, I've been teaching again and working with a lot of students, and I'm now seeing a representation of the planet in my classes, of the country, of all worlds and ethnicities, and I just keep telling everybody this is the right time to jump in. This is where we really want to bring, you know, a rainbow of options of ethnicity and choices to everything that we do. So I feel like the arts is always the first group of people that ushers in those changes, and I'm really proud to be a part of that.
All right, sorry, can I ask like a small follow-up? So like the series that we mentioned, that was the era that I got into anime. I also, looking back historically, that was also kind of the first era where anime was in being licensed, that was opening up to things for girls.
Ah, yeah.
Do you think that the growing openness to female directors was related to that openness to looking to attracting female audiences?
Wow, that's a good point. I was gonna say no, because I think that Japan was more open to girl power and friendship, friends forever, and just sort of bringing women into more leading roles. I think Japan kicked the doors open in many ways for superheroes and magical teenagers that save the planet. Not a thing we hear of ever. Yeah, you know, Sailor Moon and Magic Knight Ray Earth. There were several other shows, but yay. But that girl power, that camaraderie of lifting each other up instead of shredding each other, like very typical stereotypes for anime tend to be women can be very catty. I just ran across a film last night, Mean Girls, and looking at it, I couldn't even watch it. It was just like so cruel how everybody was treating each other, and I think that the trend is the opposite. I don't think it's coming from the US, I think it's more from Japan in that way, but I have been hired a couple times to head shows because they were female-centric and they really wanted a female director. And that's exciting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
So I'm usually a asker of really stupid questions, so I'm just going to go ahead and ask this and stop me if you've heard this before. I imagine at a certain point, when your careers were just beginning, there was a certain point where everything kind of exploded, in a good way. So I wanted to ask, what exactly was that like, going through that as voice actors and actresses alike? What exactly was that like?
Kicking in. Oh.
Yeah. For me, it was kind of a slow burn. I never noticed a moment that things really exploded because it's cyclical.
Right.
And it's still that way. 30 plus years in, it's still cyclical like that. So I think that the challenge more for me personally was really to ride out the low times and to be able to negotiate that and know internally that I still had worth during those times, because our actors have very fragile egos in that way. And you know, I would have a couple shows that would hit really, really big. I'd go on press junkets and stuff, and people would want to talk to me. And then a few months later, nothing. Crickets. I couldn't get an audition. And so in those moments, it was really hard just to stay strong and know that the cycle will continue and it'll be my time again. But the big breakthroughs, when they do happen, of course, it's an exhilarating ride. But learning from that other experience, I try not to get too lost in that, because I do know that it can change at any moment. But what I would suggest is if you're doing this in any career, really, if you're having a good moment in any career, just savor those moments and hold on to that. And remember that when it does get quieter, that you do have worth every moment of every day for your entire life.
That's so true. You know, Steve's really addressing the mental wellness of being an actor, and this difficult ride that we go on is such a roller coaster. And we often find people that come into voice acting without going through sort of the actor's journey, which in a way is Steve's experience. He really comes from music and performing in bands on stage. And when you don't have that background of pounding the pavement and trying and being rejected constantly, you don't have that muscle built up for rejection later in life when you have experienced a lot of great uplifting days and suddenly work dries up. We're completely freelance. We have no job security whatsoever. We have no given insurance plan or pension or otherwise unless we're working and contributing to those programs. So there's always this sense of, and I was just speaking about this yesterday, this sense of my last job is it. I'm never gonna work again. I went through probably 15, 20 years of that, thinking, that's it. And that's when I leaned on my friends outside of work. You really need a wholeness in your life where your whole identity doesn't revolve around what you do, but who you are, and your village reflects back to you who you really are, and is your sounding board. And it was my friends that would say, oh, you're in another one of those cycles. Okay, you're gonna work again, just relax. You know? And after a while, I could trust that. I would just say, tell me I'm gonna be okay. Things are gonna be fine, right? And they're like, absolutely. So yeah, it's really easy to relish the wonderful bits and you quickly forget about the hardships. But I think for Steve and I, we're very integrated with gratitude. That gratitude has guided so much of what we've received and then tried to share with you all in the world.
I can tell you, as someone who works in software engineering that does have life insurance coverage, I go through the same thing. You end up kind of being high-strung and thinking that you're not really worth anything the moment you lose your job for whatever reason, especially for contract, and you just wake up unemployed one day. You did kind of answer my second question, but I did want to ask kind of a tiny follow-up. I imagine a number of people in this room are going to be going out and getting back in line for the intro to voice acting panel that's going to be taking place in here. What advice would you have for the mental wellness part / going on the actor's journey? Because I think in a lot of those classes that's not really covered. It's just how do you get first job?
Yes.
That was what my entire class structure was built on. At bloomboxstudios.com. I
last plug.
I didn't want to teach. That terrified me. I had to deconstruct 30 years of doing what I do. I didn't come from a teaching background, but the very first thing that I wanted to impart was the thing that kept me healthy through this entire journey, which really was maintaining that sense of balance inside and outside. And like Wendy had just mentioned, gratitude was really the foundational element. If you are considering becoming a voice actor or an artist or doing anything, when the grind gets tough, when you are in the trenches and you are doing the work and it sucks, and a lot of it sucks, just remember, if you just change this one phrase, that instead of saying that I have to do something, I have to do the audition, I have to do these exercises, I have to study, remind yourself that it's a choice that you get to. And if you do that, it can change your entire life. It changes your entire perspective on life, and it changes your relationships with everybody you know too. Because you don't have to do anything. You can lay down and sleep for your life away. You can do drugs. You can, there's a million different things that you can do. Everything is a choice. So that would be the first thing I would impart to you. The second thing that I would say is that if you are considering getting into voice acting or any kind of performance entertainment, I would recommend that you do it because you love the craft, the art form that you're choosing. Whatever that art form is, you have to love it enough to be willing to do everything it takes to provide you the vehicle to do that thing. So do what you love, do everything else you have to do to support that.
Thank you guys for all you do. Thank you for everything that you've imparted, and thank you for your impact on this industry.
Thank you. I can take a picture of you, you're adorable. Continue. Go on.
Please. I'm Victoria.
Come closer to the mic if you can.
My biggest question is on how the people who created this anime have decided to choose you wonderful voice actors to act in this wonderful anime. But it's just to create this masterpiece. I don't know how you guys do it.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Well, like we were saying, we were hand-selected. We didn't even audition at that point. But the acting pool that we were working with was much smaller then. And I think there was at that moment, I just now realized this, that you and I were both sort of in a golden moment. Like within that circle and that company, we were sort of being blessed with the better roles. And I also think the pairing of Steve and I, we have a sonic blend that works really well together, that at least I think so. That we went on to do with the Big O and GTO and
Mega 6LR.
Nice. Chick Stick Giant Robots.
Totally. And yeah, many other shows. So we were in a really exciting moment in the evolution of our careers, and I think that we were being acknowledged in a big way, and it was a big responsibility. We felt, we really wanted to do the best job we could and deliver that. And it was, Yeah,
we don't get to choose our roles most of the time. We audition and we hope for the best. And in that case, I don't remember auditioning either, but for a lot of those shows back then, the audition was over the phone late at night.
Wow.
Kevin would call us with a few drinks in him. Hey, Steve, I got this thing that I want you to read for. I'm going to read you the line and then just repeat it back to me, and I'm going to record it. And he had like a tape recorder next to the phone. Literally, that's how I auditioned, and I think that's how I booked a lot of those roles back then. I may have even done that for Bebop. Okay, yeah, I think that'll work. I'll see you tomorrow. Wow, really?
I had the opposite. No, I got the late drunk calls when he would go, no, seriously, do you know how good you are? No, listen, you're real, Wendy, we have a lot of actresses, but you're really good at what you do. We adore this man, and
I love him.
he became like a brother. So we are honoring his legacy in memory. He is our late friend, and so he was instrumental to all of these pairings. We were very fortunate. Yeah. I just got the 15-minute mark, so we should kind of speed up a lightning round of questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can I take a picture with you guys? You guys are so cool.
We can't do photos right now.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, love.
Yeah. We'll be at our tables all day.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey.
Hi. Thank you.
Hello.
My name's Amber. My question for you guys is, what is your favorite line from Cowboy Bebop?
I love the kind of woman that can kick my ass.
Yeah! Hell yeah!
Well, you know what they say, Space Cowboy. Easy come, easy go.
And then she swipes the woolongs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this lady right here stole my question. So you just read my
got you.
lines, and it happened, and now I don't have a question anymore.
Well, thank you for
So-
stopping by.
Yeah, of course. I do have a follow-up question though.
Okay.
Can you say those lines, but swap the voices? Like try to say it.
I had Steve read my character when we did a live reading. I said, "Yeah, you play Faye," and you said, "Really?" Do you remember that?
I do remember that. No, I don't. I don't remember yesterday. I'm old.
Is that what you're saying? Have us switch
Yes.
characters?
Swap
Do those same lines, but say them in the opposite character.
I wish if we had a script, we would do that in a
Just do the lines that we
heartbeat.
just did.
What were they?
I love the kind of woman that can kick my ass.
Yeah!
Oh, I'm so sorry. I actually wanted Faye's voice actor to say it, not Steve.
What was that?
I actually wanted Faye's voice actor to say it, not Steve.
Wait, what?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Do you mind saying the line instead of Steve saying the line?
Can you you're gonna have to lift your mask. I can't hear it.
Do you mind saying the line instead of Steve saying the line? I want
No, Steve, say the line. What do you mean?
Oh, it was a joke that didn't land.
Oh.
Thank you so much, guys.
He didn't get to do Faye. He does a great Faye.
I would have liked it. Not sorry, kids. No.
I don't really have a question. It's kind of two parts. It's kind of a question, but more a story that happened to me.
We have to tighten it up because we're at the end.
Okay, so with the stables I was volunteering at, lady brought her horse in. I asked his name. She goes, Cowboy. And I go, how'd you come up with the name Cowboy? And she goes, Bebop. And I go, oh, Cowboy Bebop. And it was really cute. So I wanted to share that with
Aw,
you. Okay.
thank you. I want to meet this horse.
I want to hug it and squeeze it and call it George.
We'll call him.
Have you ever met your Japanese counterparts?
I have not.
Would you like to?
No. Pardon?
I mean, if given the chance, would
I like to?
Yes.
Would you meet him for like a panel?
It would be amazing to meet them.
I would have loved that. That would have been
Yeah,
amazing.
I got to meet the girl who played Haruhi Suzumiya. I did a live event with her in Long Beach for a convention that we did for Anime Expo many years ago. We did a big live show, and she had her band there, and it was really a cool thing. But other than that, I've never met a VO counterpart, a Japanese counterpart.
I got to meet the guy who did Spike in Mexico.
You did?
That was kind of fun. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Was he deep?
He was deep.
He was deep,
Well,
yeah.
actually, he was a really young guy, but he had a deeper pitch to his voice.
I love
But to
that.
hear that dialogue in Spanish was really cool.
It'd be so beautiful, yeah.
Yo quiero.
All right, so I just want to start with a quick preface. If Mary Elizabeth McGlynn were here, I would have complimented her right away, telling her she perhaps made the greatest English dub in an anime I've ever heard.
I will tell her tonight. I will tell her that we said that.
Yeah. Now, my question for both of you, which can be easily answered quickly, what is your favorite episode of Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah, we get this a lot.
We did. You go.
I love Speak Like a Child. I get to get information about a character, that is just a rich resource of knowledge that I never have experienced with a character arc before. I love Mushroom Samba.
Yeah, that was fun.
And I think Toys in the Attic is sort of the one that we get to perform live, a live reading of a lot, so it's very special to me as well.
I concur with all that, but I also love the Cowboy Bebop movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because I
All
thought
right.
that had all of the elements, the best elements of the show, and the music and the action was amazing.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of a toss-up between Ballad of Fallen Angels and the two-part Real Folk Blues. But if I had to pick one, Ballad of Fallen Angels, because when I rewatch it, I realize all the foreshadowing that connects to everything. Like, it's actually brilliant when you revisit.
You're right.
Yeah. And I also want to sign off asking the audience, have you found paradise in Sakura-con?
I think they have.
All right. Thank you.
Hi.
Hey, so what's like a dream project that you'd like to work on in the future, like, or a character or anything like that?
Whatever I'm working on Monday, because I'm still employed.
Wow, I would love to do something really airy-fairy, metaphysical, dealing with like deeper spiritual things, like really get into something with a heavy message. And if it featured archaeoastronomy,
What's up?
my
Excuse me.
hobby field of studying the world's monuments and the ancient records of the timeline of history and how that keeps moving back deeper and deeper. And actually, Outlaw Star kind of dealt with some of that and the ley lines of the planet and harnessing those energies and really a free energy future, really based on the Earth's properties and natural magnetics. That would be amazing. Yeah.
A Miyazaki film.
Yeah!
Or DreamWorks, designing a film for us. That's all.
Or anything I can record from a hammock.
By the way, you heard my Darsha, did you?
Yeah.
What did you think of that one?
I was impressed. When it comes to
I wonder what I'm gonna check the video and see how Steve was, because I think he was kind of like, he was kind of surprised by that. I'm surprised I was able to do it in one take.
What do you think is the biggest differentiating factor between the Japanese voice actors or the English voice actors of those characters?
And this panel's actually rather short.
Source material or like the actual actors or the chemistry.
I'm not sure I understand the question. One
You
more
know
time?
what?
So, what to you?
Funny thing about
What to you?
what I said, with that Darsha impression, I was kind of thinking, I was about to say like, is Sakura-con Paradise or something like, I had to think of something on the fly, because again, I knew I had to say it quick, so it was just,
I've watched both versions.
I think Have You Found Paradise is Sakura-con, I think it was a better gesture anyway.
Oh, what do you think makes it memorable between them?
You sure that's Kaneda?
Oh, I see.
Jacket?
That's not Kaneda.
I think it's
Oh, it is Kaneda, actually.
I told you.
Shit.
the bebop was so
Oh, it's fine.
rooted in American culture that I think that it made it more palatable for an American audience. I think that's what the American audience accepted it
Good.
as maybe their gateway anime. The music, the look, the feel of it felt familiar because it's drawn from spaghetti westerns and from film noir and jazz and all of our roots that we're comfortable with. I think that's what initially got everyone interested, and I think maybe once it went back to Japan, once it became successful here, because it wasn't very successful there in the beginning, they realized that all the things that they loved about American culture were present in that, and they kind of gave it a second look.
You can tell there was a lot of American, influence that would be my brain.
Version of that, anyway, I think.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's why we all, as a cast, have such instant connection and had such wide appeal for us, because it really was more of a Western, as far as audiences go, driven show. And that's right, it wasn't as popular in Japan as it was with the West. But I think that the voice signatures between the two languages are memorable for in their own way, equally, but for different reasons perhaps. I know that the Faye Japanese voice artist really found Faye crude and offensive when she first saw her, and to me, she was rock and rollin' hot. Like I just thought, I know this girl from being backstage at many shows. I've seen this girl in action, and I know how she works and operates, and I could just slip right into those go-go boots.
Interesting question, thank you.
Yeah, so I was going to ask a question you literally just answered.
Cool.
So I just saw this question like the past 20 seconds. How do you feel about the awesome lo-fi beats that have come out sampling your voice from Cowboy Bebop?
I think it's pretty cool, honestly. No, I think anything that is taken and used in small legal doses to up level and get it to a different audience, hit it on different get it on different ears is a great thing. You know, I've worked with Logic, the hip hop guy, and he, you know, brought a lot of the anime and video game.
3D guy.
Pardon me?
Super Saiyan, Stereo Saiyan 3D guy.
Yes. You know, he brought an awareness of anime and video games into the hip hop world that may not have existed before. People were afraid to talk about before. Anime fans and hip hop fans just didn't meet until Logic made it okay for them. So anytime that kind of stuff happens, I feel like it connects people, and I think that's a good thing.
If I can recommend my favorite lo-fi hip-hop beat, it's like You're Gonna Carry That Weight. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it's great.
Yeah, nice, thank you, yeah.
Hello. So you've already answered the what is your favorite line from Cowboy Bebop, but watching the anime, I had a lot of impactful lines that hit me that meant something to me more than just watching an anime. It was almost like a life-affirming thing. I wonder if you guys have your favorite, like one of those where like when you read the line or the dialogue that it hit you differently than just like than just a regular line.
I recently, my husband actually had the anime running one night when he was waiting for me to come join him and have a proper Save the Marriage movie night. We make time for the marriage, remember that. And so he started playing Bebop, and I'm hearing it in the room, and I come running in, he's like, I knew that would get you. And it was this deep conversation with Spike and Faye, and she was really emotional. She was holding a gun and kept shooting and then missing on purpose, but it was this deep why are you leaving, what's going on, and it's just the longing between them all came back to me, and that it became very fresh again, how there was this deep love and understanding that I think was always at the core of their relationship, and I think it always had potential to be more than that. Yes. But there was Julia. And I just remembered how good the psychological struggles were and the messages, and so I couldn't pick any one per se, but that moment really brought it all back to me, and it felt super fresh again, how it just was really, it was more intelligent adult dialogue, and it wasn't just serving a setup for a fight sequence. You know, it was much deeper psychologically than that, and that felt very satisfying to hear.
Yeah, in the moment when we were recording it, it didn't really land on me because I think I was just so nervous about recording at the time. I was fairly new and scared all the time. But 20-something years later, rewatching it end to end, it was that same scene actually. And I remember watching it, and when Spike said the words, I think it was, I'm not going there to die, I'm going there to find out if I'm really alive. That just hit me in all the feels, and you're right, and it was a really powerful moment. They were so both damaged, they could never really admit that love for one another, respectful, but they were this family that kind of helped each other through all of their wounds. And there was some healing that had happened, that it had to take place for them to get to that point where they could say goodbye. So that's really tough, and that revisited in my mind. My father passed away last year, and when I was letting him go, I just basically saying it was time. You know, it was time for him to go. But I felt like our connection on this planet together was complete. We had done what we needed to do in this lifetime, and it was okay to let him go. And for me, that's what that moment represented, and it was powerful as hell. And it helped me through that. And who knew from a cartoon that I would be feeling that, you know? So.
I just find that great that that's literally the scene I was talking about when I asked that question. Yeah. That YouTube, well, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. That's all the time we have, folks. We're going to be here signing. Do you know your signing schedule?
5:30. I might be joining in a little earlier than that.
Great.
I'll probably go down around 3 or 4.
And I have no idea. I'm going to be on the main floor signing out in the booth there, and then we have the scheduled signings that are in your programs, and I'll be doing that later in the afternoon. So, but I'll be here all day. So come and say hello. Thank you guys so much. See you, Space Cowboy.
Damn, what happened here? I am now at the autograph line for Steve Bloom. However, I'm not getting anything signed in this line. But the reason I'm in this line is because Sonia here really wants to get her Cowboy Bebop sleeve signed by Steve Bloom.
You got me sucked into it.
Damn right I did. And screw the Netflix series.
Yeah, the Netflix series was terrible.
No kidding.
Yep.
Why don't you move up one and move us past this?
If you can move right one and up two. Oh, that one more. There we go. Put a big onward man between me and my husband.
Right. You're
That's a
gonna
good idea.
put a big, hey.
If that's a better way to go.
There's still people in front, so I'm not worried about it. I'll just have to go like left, right.
Look, I love that you put a mega man. Yes. That's great. Hey, Shiva. Can I get you to go diagonal up, right? Now. Did you play away from me?
Like a good idea.
Yeah. Not looking anymore, you mean?
Right. Villager. I see, I moved Mega Man up there, and then this very ghastly little man in the armor started pointing a gun at him. I didn't like that very much.
He's a peaceful man.
He doesn't,
Man of peace.
he doesn't seem like it, so if you wouldn't mind just sort of getting him out of there, that would be great. Thank you.
What happened?
He kind of had this little slip.
Uh-oh.
That was easily solved with a very large spider. Remember times past when we've had to deal with bugs.
First of all, you know I'm afraid of insects.
I mean, that was a new sort of fear. Right? After that incident.
Oh boy.
Oh, so good for you.
Oh! Okay, we do say it, I think.
Interesting. I mean, I think they're amicable, so I think that's okay.
Right. Well, first of all, you know I'm afraid of insects, that's the thing. You should know why. And second of all, can't believe that guy with all his armor down by a spider. But that one, more dangerous than I thought. All right. Hey,
Killing you with kindness.
oh, I'd rather you just kill me.
Would you?
Hey, buddy. Mask, die.
I mean, he reminded me of some people we met earlier, you know?
You got a name?
He definitely reminds me of some old friends.
Oh, those noises you're making make me deeply uncomfortable. I'm glad I'm sort of over here. So why don't you go, get rid of the one in the pastel and the eggs?
Oh, don't.
Can you just, what is that? Yeah, right there. It's not far.
thing's getting it shaky cam down. What's up?
Well done, buddy.
There we go. Yeah. I'm actually able to get the thing steady now.
I mean, you could just not have them killed. But speaking of Mega Man, would you again? It always seems to be the sort of innocent-looking take out the sweet.
Take out the what? Oh, come on. Let Squeaky live.
Let Squeaky live.
Spare the Squeaky.
Dr. Wiley.
Dr. Wowie.
Dr. Wiley. It's that one.
Oh my god.
Dr. Wiley. Let Squeaky live. Let Squeaky live.
Enough of this. Time for this robot to go.
It's not a robot.
It's not a robot. It's a heartless.
No!
Squeaky! He killed the heartless.
No, Mega Man's truly heartless.
Wouldn't that then make heartless?
He's a robot. He's got no heart.
Heartless.
I'm sorry, Peter, you're on the good team, and you're the one who's got the guy with the blaster in his hand.
Yes, well, I didn't control what pieces got on my side.
I'm just saying, people's not feeling very evil right now. Kill the mushroom. Squeaky.
I mean,
I had my doubts about Squeaky, okay?
If it was on your side, technically, I mean, I would look at the rest of the team. It was evil, apparently.
The mushroom was evil?
Mushrooms exist.
And at the very least, if it was, it would be some kind of adorable evil that everyone could agree with.
Yes.
The statues are screaming Evie, is that normal? Right. Well, okay, all right. You know what? I'm gonna deal with this. All right. You like to kill innocent creatures with robots. Well,
I mean, he's got man in his name. I'm not
yeah, you.
What the hell was that?
Why don't you get rid of that? Huh? Sure. Yeah, go.
Oh, it's a goose.
What are you? Can you speak?
Oh my goodness.
Nice Mega Man soundtrack.
I've seen these before. They are terrifying. So really, there should be no doubt in anybody's mind which team is evil. Oh yeah, you gave the goose a if I could have you move, let's see here, diagonal back left, which I believe is, yes. Yes, wonderful, fantastic.
Well, in that case, hey, where'd Tony go? Anthony? Is there an Anthony in the room? Yeah. Here's the guy with the other guns.
Oh, don't get rid of Ed.
Ed? That Ed?
Yes.
You
I think I got it.
You got Ed and Eddie over there, okay?
I never was a fan of this show, to be honest.
Ed.
Alright, well, Tony,
You want to be Eddie?
so Anthony here is gonna take out Edward.
Okay.
Oh no.
Very well.
Taking out Ed.
Wow, you look mad already?
Tony, was it?
Yeah, Tony.
Tony Stark, judging by the jacket. Despite what your commander says, I will be taking you out here and now.
What are you gonna do, like, cut those girls to big knife?
I just remembered they confiscated my hidden blades at weapons check.
In that case, these look pretty cool, though. Are they, like, custom? It's got, like, little cases on it and stuff, right? Wow, how do you use it?
No, that, oh.
That's not actually remembering anything during Empire.
See?
Can I see your phone?
This is why I trust my team with guns.
So they can shoot people with
Yes,
them.
yes.
Interesting thought. Oh, no. What? Well,
See, your team's got guns now, even playing field.
right. Fern. Eddie. Now here's the queen. If you wouldn't mind, seeing as Anthony, sort of took Ed out, and now I can't really have Ed and Eddie on board. Could you just, could be actually. Wow, you're really fancy.
We have one gun.
No, I don't need the gun. Madam, it has burning hands.
What, Palatine?
That's a nat 20,
Yes.
and I'm assuming that hits received. Your armor class? What's your armor class? No, this thing on the side of your chest lights up and... But it's so... I don't know, I didn't do anything. He was passed out, I promise. I do that, I break cards.
Also, I don't know what words he was saying.
It seems very interesting.
Yeah.
And it seems like it could take quite a... Oh, ooh! For a moment, I couldn't see. No, it seems like it could take up quite a long time.
Yeah, it seems like it could take up to 3 to 4 hours a week. Hey, Shiva, can I get you a diagonal back break 1? Yeah, great. Go work here.
Right, oh, hello. We haven't interacted much. But, could you, oh, hold on. I've lost my spot already. Easy, crazy. have you move left four? That seems not possible. Can I get a word of joy here? Black rook. Rook two. Oh.
Your team's messing with my stuff.
I don't really control them, and honestly, there seems to be a lot of thievery on the board.
Right. We having a problem?
You have a rope, yes? Oh my goodness. Yes, could I have you move left four? One, three. That's 3, 4.
I don't know.
Counting a hard thing on your team?
I mean, I can't speak for everybody.
I felt that once, okay? You can breathe.
And the fact that you only felt it once is very good.
Which math?
I don't really speak which math. It does get very detailed.
The gods are telling me that you can move up 4. Is that possible for all these people over there? It doesn't seem possible. But maybe if the gods could help me out a little bit.
Oh, I'm used to hearing a wise friend say, can move to friendly pieces.
I don't know how chess works.
I'm discovering that.
Should have just like 5 moves. Yeah, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can count here.
Can we?
Yeah. I didn't even think about it.
Please, get back on your space. I have very important news for you. Yes, as my queen, I would like you to remove. Yes? Yes?
If
she's your wife, why am I her queen? And while you're pondering that, why don't you take out the next woman who is standing next to my husband?
Well, aren't you lovely? Do you talk?
She doesn't talk.
Why do you know that? You spending nights with her?
Because I tried to talk.
He's spending nights? Yeah, I think he's cheating. I mean, look at her. Why wouldn't you? Excuse me, what is this beautiful gemstone on here? Is your heart? So if I took it, it would. Oh, okay. Imogen, Lana.
Oh, getting out from the other pieces. That's
I mean, just look at her. Isn't she amazing and definitely look a woman of platinum?
Yes.
I think her body's probably worth platinum.
I think she's worth more. I mean, do you imagine?
Do you want to join our club?
No, honestly. We are witches that are over, you can't say at this.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
please
can
don't
see
say
that.
any. Please don't say any of those.
Yeah, come on.
There's
We'll
a
go get a
couple
nice
empty
drink.
chairs on the right side. Did you
No,
want to sit
hey.
there to get
Hey,
over for you?
Where are you going?
I don't understand it.
Goose. Yeah,
Great.
you did some wild stuff earlier. I just need to well, she took my piece.
Great.
Hong Kong.
Right, let's just clear the boat and let it happen, I guess.
aren't you just adorable? Wait, you don't talk? Nah, I'm gonna have to speak with animals. Well, hi. Hi. You look confused. I like this stuff. Oh, have you seen some of the stuff I found? Oh, hold on. It's incredible. Look. I definitely found it. I just liberated it from its previous owners. They weren't taking care of it.
Do you actually understand what's going on here? I mean, one is bringing out emotions. She said speak with animals. Now the two of them.
Oh, sorry. I know you can't understand these.
No, yeah.
So anyway, I'm just saying, I found a net and shiny hair comb.
Yes, I know that's not good time.
No, it's totally not. I found this. It was very nice. Oh, I found an egg. What did you find? A knife! Oh! That's pretty good. And I found this very good. Wait, excuse me. Hey! He's kind of cute. He understands me.
Okay.
He gets me.
Right.
Okay, you can keep it. But you gotta give it back, okay? Fair is fair. I take my stuff.
Oh, okay, I'm not sure it's your stuff still.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So, yeah.
I'm just checking like different features from my phone and yours.
Granted, a little bit of insight from the gods. Yeah. And, the spirits that run this place. The spirits that run this definitely not curse the curtain. Certainly not. Hey, Jinx. Jinx, I'm just gonna, yeah, this is not a good game. No, but, hey, my two rooks, you just need to, you go back, you go up. Yeah. Yeah, you're a 4, yeah, right there. Doing fantastic. And you're there. Excellent. And, we're all set. Go ahead. All right. In that case, let me see here. Very strong Omni-Man. Hey, I'm just going to have you move up one. Wonderful. Easy. Cool. I'm going to move. Cool. Okay then. Different perspective, maybe. Yeah. I'm Todd. Hello. I'm going to. I believe you are supposed to move up one. Right. Billy? Yes. Just need you up one. Sure. Good. Yeah. Still doesn't. Is that a monkey? It appears to be a monkey. Yeah. Who's the monkey? That's not something I thought of. I mean, very little of this is something you expect to see. Yeah. How about
what's your friend's day?
Right, yeah, that's your square, this is my square, just making that clear. Right. Okay. Figure out. Good for her, whatever that means. Okay, please you write 3. Press you at my back. Perfect. Good.
Right. Yes, left to. Yes, just right next to you, listen in front of you.
Hey, crap! You are very touchy.
So, it seems that I might have gotten my sticky hands on a couple of things.
Oh, come on.
Oh, have you made
And somebody might have messed up a couple of pieces, and so I apologize about that. But if everyone's willing to be patient, I'm going to go get the Clorox. Fix the problem.
Thank you.
Evie, who's that guy?
I think it's one of the spirits of this place.
The spirits of this place?
Yeah,
are
he's
that
sort
guy?
of faded through the walls.
No wonder this is a mess.
I mean, not all spirits can be perfect.
Sure. Hey, you are touchy, aren't you? No sense of personal space at all. Yeah, I bet. That's good for you. I just need go over there. Or I'll shoot you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and move myself back until upright one to get my eye on my husband. Seeing as we've sort of built a wall between us.
Keep an eye on me. I was sent away the touchiest person on the board, so I feel like I'm doing fine. You know, we're doing great in this corner.
Right.
This is a very social co-worker corner. What scarf? What scarf? I asked you that. You have no
Right. Right. Please.
What?
Please. Go ahead.
All right. Of course, remember?
It seems to me that Rescue was distracted.
No, we got another tricksy little situation with the information God's given me and that guy in the corner.
Are you sure?
You know, if that goose is like original or something, I guess me cosplaying Pimp Squirrel for cosplay just might be possible.
Shall we just sort of do what the spirits tell us, and then if
Spirits tell us
and
in
then
the
there's
directions. You know,
and
it's
then
already done.
I'm sure all of these statues will be yours if they're
Already
any
got
errors.
your chest. These statues aren't judging us or anything. Jason, I'm gonna here. How about this? You just step right up there like you've always been there. You've always been there. Nobody remembers otherwise. Nobody. And I'm gonna need you to move over there and
No. See, the thing of it is, I believe there's supposed to be. I believe if the gods have you arrested, perhaps. Oh, you are supposed to be here, perhaps, and then straight on toward sunrise.
Fancy you.
Yes, well, so somebody has to know how chess works.
You, done. That guy, he didn't graduate algebra. Again.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, whoops.
Wait a minute, I don't have a lady. That's not fair.
What? You can't fight a lady? Rules like that are meant to be broken. Like buildings can't control.
You know what? I'm making an exception. Spirit sword! You ready for that? Oh, yeah!
Did you know who the guy with the sword was? Kurobara from Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah. I used to watch that shit as a kid. Loved it.
Seems aligned with what the odds intended.
Seems, yes. And so in line with what the gods had intended, I could perhaps, Lord Weaver? Hello, in the room there. Could you sort
That guy's sweaty. He just looks kind of sweaty.
slimy, perhaps?
Moist, yeah, moist.
If I could just have you take out, frenemy pinch there, that would be great.
Oh, come on, she hasn't done anything. She just nothing to no one.
I'm a good slide.
Oh no.
What?
That was freakish, right? I'm not the only one.
I mean, it was a little weird, but no weirder than a goose with a gun.
No, never, and I hope I don't.
Look, I eat people every day, and that was weird.
I'm sorry. Good team, guy eats people. You're the math people. Right. Well, in that case, you eat people? Every day? No. That's like the easy choice. Not eating people. Okay. Do you agree with people eating people? No? Cool. Do you mind? You're on our team.
Carly,
Take that, Harlan. Come on. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Alright, let's make this quick. I found a sandwich maker named Sal on the way in here. Scarfed him down like a... what? You get it?
He makes the best breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, oh dear, I've made you mad. Look, crackpot. You're clearly messing with the wrong Batman. This gun was made for killing vampires. Let's see how it works on you. Bang! Bang! Ah, to heck with this.
What?
Alright, serious. Releasing restraint level 1, 2, and...
No. Oh, bullshit.
I guess they really do like cannons.
Yeah.
kids, PSA.
Right.
You know,
I mean,
you eat people, someone else will shoot you and steal a sandwich from your body. That's, I think, pretty relatable to everyone.
three.
Right. Sure. Hey, Grell. Grell, yeah. Hi, as much as I hate to do this, can you just move right in front of me?
Oh, that's interesting.
Good spot right there. All right.
Interesting post.
And I'm gonna hang out right over here on my square. Right. Thanks, guys.
Rick, this is a favor to you, because I can see how the situation is going. What I name it? Would you mind taking out the man who's working with my office?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's just the name. I'm sorry.
Again, weird names all around.
So, you two ladies think you can take me on, a Grim Reaper?
I mean, yes.
Possibly. I mean, we flirted with death a little bit. Logman has at least.
I have. I've been there once before.
A date with death, my favorite kind of occasion.
So, what exactly are you planning to fight us with?
Well, you see, my whole job description is deciding whether or not you deserve to die.
I don't think we deserve to die.
No, obviously that's not your decision to make. That's up to me, darling.
Well, I mean, you can certainly try.
As I will, how polite of you to let the ladies go first.
Well, I'll let you take care of this one.
All right. Well, I mean, there's a lot of. Are you?
Where is it? What are you doing?
What is the problem?
Oh, Will, just because I was late-headed in my paperwork, he took my chainsaw again. Oh.
You're not particularly good at your job, are you?
I like the bloodshed, not the desk work. I don't read the fine print, and of course I have magic. I can look at your cinematic record of all of your memories and your past and see if you deserve to live or die.
You're welcome to the trauma.
Oh, trust me, honey. I've seen more than my fair share. Rolls off me like water off a duck's back.
Oh dear.
Oh, what's your problem?
But she can see help in the
The folks around here, they're thinking some very interesting things.
As they should. Look at me. The public loves me. I'm gorgeous.
Would you like to know what they're thinking exactly? I can. All right.
What an interesting proposition. Give it to me, honey.
All right. Here's their thoughts.
Oh my. Why is it so loud? You got a body pillow of who?
Oh my god.
I can't judge you for taste in men, but very well. You have quite enough eater bags you can control yourself. Thank you very much. You're staying in your costume how? I don't think you're getting out, darling. I don't think you're ever coming out.
If you like, you can delve a bit deeper.
Yeah, if you want to know more, though, I don't know if you can handle it.
Why aren't they thinking about me?
Maybe you're a bit, I don't know, irrelevant? I didn't think it, they did.
How dare you? You hags, how dare you?
Excuse you, we're witches.
Witches, not hags.
I don't have to take this treatment from you. I deserve better.
You maybe do, but you should leave anyway. Find it elsewhere.
Go finish your paperwork to get that thing back.
I don't need your permission. I can love myself. Thank you very much. Good ways.
shoulder, like back part.
This one? Right here? Right here? Right here?
Anybody else feel like
Right there.
Right.
Whew. Get rid of
It's kind of...
one creepy stranger and replace it with another. I don't have a problem per se, but I do
Better?
think
It's funny how my left shoulder's actually kind of...
very well. Do
yeah.
something. Yes, Rick.
No. Right here. Yeah.
Go on.
You can put pressure on if you want. No, okay, no. Here. Yeah. Okay, there we go. A little more. Okay.
Excuse me.
That actually helped.
What are you doing? Hey, that's rude. Put that down. Put that down.
It's rude to sneak up on people and be undead.
It's not that rude, and I'm dead. I've died once.
Hey, let's talk like civilized people.
Civilized.
Right.
I don't deal with mummies.
I'm not a
First of
mummy.
all, that's the first rule. I don't deal with the undead mummy types because
She is not a mummy. She is a person who happens to have died before. Now, don't you dare generalize.
Okay. Hey, maybe don't touch her. All right. Keep
Hey,
whoa.
leave her alone.
It's okay, Rachel. I have this. Roy.
Now that's going too far. Screaming my girlfriend, I do not take kindly to that. I won't do this. Old fashioned, my own reputation. I think it's screaming. I want to get back. Get back there. Let me get it.
I handled it. I told you. Shooting, screaming. Works. Every time. Every time. You've seen it. You've seen my methods.
Yes.
Twice.
Yes.
Twice.
Yes, I've seen your methods twice. I've seen them once and then returned.
Gosh, that you.
Right. Well, I
did. Okay.
Right.
I'm not Nick guy.
Well, Rick, seeing as you have taken things into your own hands, I think I will take sometimes my own hands as well and have a conversation with what was
Good luck.
Incredible. Wonderful.
Hello. I think we're supposed to fight or something. You're the bad guys? Or
You're the good guy.
Am I the bad guy?
Maybe.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit distracted here. I'm working on this really exciting scientific discovery. You see, this dome has ancient Egyptian relics living all throughout their technology with life beyond ours. Oh, if I could just harness that technology. Ooh, like a woman of science, can you help me?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so I have my tractor here. We're just about homed in.
Okay.
Beep, 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 beep.
Why is it making a different noise now?
It's like a hot and cold type tracker. So,
Okay.
so slower means further. So
we need to turn around.
Oh.
Evie, this doesn't look like fighting.
Beep. Right. Well, it's not right. Oh, it's not this way either. Let's try this way. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, I think we found it. It looks like it is right below this tile. Oh, maybe that's something to dig it up. Oh, my goodness, villager. Oh, I like it. Yes, of course.
Wonderful. I guess I've seen you do this before, and it's just sort of like a...
I believe in you, friend.
And magically does a
Oh, here, you can have your book back. Oh, let me just get a scan of this thing.
Okay.
Wow, those hieroglyphics should have lost so many discoveries. We keep having the right invention. Thank you so much.
What?
Oh!
No, hey!
Hey!
Well, I don't know. We can have to restart this, and, hi!
Drop in! Hey! way.
Right.
Hey, Harley. Work friend. Hey, buddy. I need you to go up 3. Over. Fantastic. No, don't do that. Fraternizing with your enemy is not.
I love what's happening here.
Right.
But I'm gonna have it move a little bit further right along.
Yeah, move further away. Be scared. Very,
Not scared.
He is very intimidating. Rip your arms right off.
Rip your arms right off?
It's true. I was right about the Snorlax, I'm right about her.
You seem to be very bloodthirsty, Tiger.
Listen, it's a good people chest fight. I want to see a little bit of blood. That's not abnormal.
I would take a turn.
Right. Sure. Riku? Is there a Riku on the feed? Sandwich to Riku? I need you to move up 2. Don't mind the goose. Don't let it screw your shut.
That is not good conversation. Drop it.
It's fine, because I always keep my guns loaded, just in case.
Yes, that's very
No, why
safe.
not this?
Very good. Absolutely. Let's see here. One. Fantastic. Wonderful. Thank you for being so patient with this entire time.
Right. And, I think personally, I'm feeling just right evening. I'm gonna step right up here. Hi, how's it going?
It's going all right. I'm gonna step back there.
Right. Hey, Bill?
Yeah, it's pretty sparse on this side. What the heck is up with that?
Apparently you're supposed to move up in my space.
You're going to share some space, are
I'm gonna share some space with my good pal, Pyramid Bill. Yeah, the gods said to just roll with it until it
Me either.
figures itself out.
Oh, just one episode, but I showed you
They
that
said you're
one.
not answering questions
You're
anymore.
sharing space with a friend.
I think I did.
Right next to me. Hey, wonderful.
Never did.
Yeah, it's fine. Hey.
Oh, hold on. There's a spirit.
There's a spirit here?
The gods demand the sacrifice.
Stop soon. I'm like,
What's wrong?
video capacity.
At
I was
least
like,
he needs John sandwich.
stop and start again. I'm like,
Yes, I was in the right spot. Okay.
How much storage is left of your phone?
I have no idea.
That could be a factor.
Yeah, so, let's see here. Up until yeah, and then you moved up there, and then
You just stopped recording. You tap the button twice.
Fight that creature. But that's my creature.
So I'm gonna leave it in the two batches, I guess.
Okay.
That's me. Oh, dear boy. Come on, kids.
what are you? What do you do?
What the hell?
It sounds like a movie.
Dictionary?
Sounds like angry bitch, Lulu.
I've tried to talk.
It's not an actual language, you know.
It's an actual language. stuff.
Right? And then, one more. Again, you can still be friends.
You know, I'm gonna go here.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure. I can handle myself.
Are you? We're pretty sure we're correct this time, and I'm sure you'll be correct too.
Bill?
Yeah.
I know you're mad. Why don't you come close? You can talk it out.
Alright.
Yeah, please watch stuff. Produces unscrupulous.
Why do you think I'm keeping my camera going?
I didn't think I knew that word. You mean unscrupulous?
Well, for the instructions here, you just you up one. If you could share some space, I suppose. We're not supposed to be fighting right now. No, not yet. So, we're just gonna have some fun. I don't know how.
Listen, we're all learning here. Don't worry about it. Hey, Harp, you go back. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That seems right.
Yes. Oh, I see. I have moved the wrong pawn.
Moved the wrong pawn. I apologize.
That's demanded adjustment.
I apologize. Can you move up to where?
One of these days we'll
Yes,
get
go ahead and go up there.
You go all the
Yes, all the way across the road. We're just making shit up now.
That right. One more back. There you go.
Alright, there we go. And then you are going to move back because you have cheese there.
Huh?
How did you let one of them get on our side?
I was trying not to. She was being duplicitous. That's another word for you, Evie.
Want me to take her out
It
right
means
now?
being a liar. Nope.
Oh, there we go.
Cool.
Right. I'll give it. You are going to move up one. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Well, very well.
Hey, you're supposed to move that guy? I just get the feeling you're supposed to move that guy.
Oh, you're right. I apologize. I'm sorry.
See, I am good at chess, Evie.
I'm sorry. I can't read.
You're that must have been very difficult in college.
I didn't move right. Why did you have a gun?
I don't know.
Even Arizona's a tree, okay?
Alright, if you move right 3.
1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. And, Carly, you can move, left, 5. You already know you can count to 5 and look fabulous doing it in a very platonic and co-worker type way.
Okay, man, move up. You practiced this move before, and then you perfected it.
There you go, do it again. A goose. Up 1, please. I'm sorry, watch your step. 1. Put a chain on your wallet.
Inquisitive Madeline. Now you move. Upward, yes.
There you go. And 3, 2. 3, 2. I know you're concerned about your stuff. Scoot on up. Scoot on up. There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you move already?
Yeah.
I think you were meant to take a move there, did you, Matt?
Oh, hey.
Perhaps we both can't read.
Perhaps we both can't read. Have we considered we're both illiterate?
Would be very interesting.
It would be interesting. I think this place has a curse on it. Edie, you know earlier when you were assuring me that there was no curse in this building?
Yes.
I think it might be making us dumber by the second.
Was the apartment built before?
No, actually, a very clever one.
Yeah, I'm gonna very strange, aggressive man. Strange and aggressive. Correct. Right. I only know one way to be, and it is strange and aggressive. Yeah. You got it in one. What's that? I'm sorry, I saw a skitter. Oh yeah, that's probably just one of the beetles. They live in Beetles. Do they eat flesh? Most beetles do. Oh, goody. There's detritus eaters. Yeah, and they would be your buddies. You like to work with they're pretty nice beetles. Right. That's a name of something. Help! It's again. This guy's got a. I got it.
I'm hoping this kind of ends before 9 because I was gonna go to Subway.
It ends at 9.
Anybody remember?
I mean, if you need to go to Subway now, you can.
I mean, you can stay and I can go.
In a very platonic, co-workerly way. Right, of course. She dresses like that by her choice.
How about we head out in like 3 minutes? Okay. Besides, I'm not gonna lie, the school lectures are kind of boring compared to the last one.
And, yeah.
I'll stick around till the goose, I'll stick around till the goose, goes down.
Whoa, hi. Moist.
Honestly, what would you do without me?
Really?
I've never seen Gravity Falls.
Come to think of it, I'm starting to feel a little, what do you call it? Not yet. I'm just saying, I'm starting to feel a little weak, so. I'm not implying like diabetes. I'm just saying like I'm just saying I can tell that if I don't eat soon, I'm just gonna. So.
I think Bill. Yes. At this exact moment. Yes. I'm already ahead of schedule. Right. There. No. Everybody saw it. No, there's one more. One more. No. One more. You missed one. Yeah, in fact. I'm super behind schedule. You have no idea what the shipping times are like in this economy. Right. Very simple and easy shipping times.
8:45 we'll head out.
One and only
8:45 we'll head out, but it's 8:39, so.
And in fact, the one and only Eddie, could you take out the pyramid?
Oh, shit. This is about to go down. The one where we got that off the road.
Look, I'm gonna keep this quick. I got a brother that I gotta deal with in Oregon, so let me just
That music
let me
comes
tell you,
from Gravity Falls.
the
You get that
chestnuts
song
are
stuck in your
evil.
head when you watch
I
it.
must put an end to it now. Oh yeah?
Wait, where's this metal arm?
Relax! Wait a minute. I know you. Edward Elric, the Full Metal Alchemist. Huh. Alchemists can't even get their magic right. Like the night on October 3rd.
Oh, damn.
What you did on that night was deeply incorrect. I, however, can absolutely don't get that. And put your brother back in his flesh puppet. You just have to do one thing for me. Like, you can trust me. I'm all powerful. I'm all knowing. Now, what do you say? Why don't you make a deal? Save your family.
Don't do it.
Closer.
two bad deals.
Oh, come on, short stack. This is a good deal.
Oh!
Short stack. You're short.
Don't call him short. Good going, shortstop. Hey, good thing Edward didn't hear us call him short.
See, if I was Edward, they'd call me short.
Swear! You're like 12, right? You're a little bit short for your age. That's fine.
Oh, shit.
Right, you're a bit shorter than you were.
Oh my God.
You know, when we fought 2 mummies.
What time is it?
Let me check. Shit. 8:41.
You just need a little bit of sunshine in my life. How do you move up one? Yeah. Thank you. Whoa! Hey! I mean, I'm not sure that's safe. Did Pyramid really leave that to you? Oh, okay, that's fine. Hey, green two. Up one. There you go.
What?
Which Kingdom Hearts was Riku from?
He started in the original. He's one of the main characters. I was gonna say he has a role in the game, but that would be kind of spoilers. So I'll let you find out if you ever play the first game.
Okay, you, buddy in the bow tie. Yeah, I'm gonna get all this in. Do something extravagant.
I just thought of something. If I was cosplaying from Final Fantasy on this, Kefka.
Just get rid of that guy.
Me? Garnet. Hell yeah.
That or
Garnet can kick ass.
that or
So are you one of Mark's friends?
No,
Oh, okay. Why are you here?
well, I mean, I can offer you
An offer. Listen, I have enough solar panels, magazines, and I don't need any religious texts, but
who, the guy in
a
Cape?
contract.
He's from Invincible. I haven't seen it, but I know. I've seen photos of the character.
Anything I want.
I don't even know his name.
Ain't no one. Pictures of Spider-Man. I really want those pictures of Spider-Man. Alright. Let me read this. Yada yada yada. Opportunity, soul, whatever. Give me the pen. There we go. Okay.
Lovely, and your powers are now mine.
Wait, what?
Ooh, that super strength is wonderful.
I do feel like I didn't eat my protein shake today.
Oh, my.
He just got knocked the fuck out.
And they have the Totoro stuff.
Alright.
I think about the finger. You know, it's funny. A lot of people on my team trying to make deals. Trying to make deals with people. Sign contracts, all that stuff. Right? People on your team. Want world domination, pictures of an arachnid child. I mean, everyone has their thing. Sure.
Yeah, I know you hate that song, but these people probably don't give a fuck. Ha ha! Yeah! 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 Woo! Yeah! Well, unlike day one, there is actually people out in the courtyard this late at night around 10:30 p.m. And it also was pouring down rain during the afternoon of day two. Thank God I was not out there during that time. But it's nice that the skies are clear for the rest of the evening. Hopefully day three will remain rainless, because I would like to go home without it raining. But let's take a look around here.
It might have been another credo.
I hear squeaky. It's a little ducky.
Sorry, friend was here. I'm guessing. I regret if I knew about that.
Whoa, hello.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
And one of the reasons people come out here is to have a smoke, because smoke is not allowed indoors. Wait, what did that one sign say? Sakura-con entrance. Yeah, here we go.
I like to be in the know. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Anywhere between 4:35, you'll hit traffic. Yeah. It's a big traffic.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, that's how you're.
The rave on day two sure is a lot busier than day one. Look at all these people. Can you even hear me? Well, day two is almost at a close, which means Sakura-con will come to an end very soon as well. Just the moment I dread. Every time Sakura-con is about to begin, I look forward to it, and when it's about to end, I don't look forward to it. But hey, stuff like this just comes and goes. And yeah, my voice is still kind of shot a little bit. I've been walking around the convention center a little more, same old situation, not much going on in the evening. I'm just gonna go to bed. I got like 4 hours of sleep last night. So that ends day two. Well, I'll good thing's gotta come to an end, though.